one more take.
Okay.
All right. Hey everyone, Norberto with LaValle Flooring here in beautiful Valley City, North Dakota. First of all, guys, we really want to thank you for your patience and for watching this video while we get this whole, working and recording and making everything interesting enough to upload to YouTube. So thank you for that. With that in mind, so today we're actually going to be talking about a project at Posh Salon using BeauFlor's pure LVT. And not just using one color, but every single color in a herringbone, it's supposed to be a V, but a herringbone pattern. Before we get too far into this, I'd actually like to take the time to thank the ladies at Posh Salon and their customers for their patience because it took a few days to do this project and so they had to shut down. So ladies, thank you for that. And and one more thing, if you are in the area, the month of February 2021, we are holding a raffle for a $100 gift certificate for any service at Posh Salon, and we'll double it if you bring a friend. So head on down and check it out and fill out one of the slips. And lastly, if you want a detailed instruction video on how to get this product installed, check out the link below. So when we first bid the job, we were planning on going over the VCT because we thought it was good enough to install over because that's usually how it goes. However, we found that the adhesive had dried up and the tiles popped up with ease. So we decided to have the guys demo all the VCT and vacuum all the loose adhesive. That way there wasn't any potential noise from the tiles popping up over time. So once the demo was done and we'd filled in the low spots, it was time to start the actual install. We decided to start from the back of the salon and then we worked our way towards the front. Over the course of the installation, we ran into some difficulties that are associated with installing BeauFlor's Pure in a herringbone pattern, and we'll go over that right now. One of the main problems, or I would say the biggest problem we ran into, was when we would get a new tile and try to get it to interlock with 3 existing tiles. And I'll show you guys how we overcame that right here. Hey guys, this is just gonna be a quick installation demo of how we work with the Pure LVT by BeauFlor. This is the Pure LVT in my hands, of course. If you guys we're going to take a quick look. You'll look at the locking mechanism known as the Dream Click system. And so as you'll notice, it looks the same way all around. And the nice thing about that is it means that you can, if you're doing a regular split, a brickwork installation, you can use one end on the other side, again, without that going to waste like it would with a typical locking system. Or you can create a nice pattern like this, herringbone, without too much difficulty. I'm gonna show you guys how nicely it goes in together. And so here you'll see, if you were to let's say this is if you're doing a 12 by, like a brickwork 12 by 24 pattern, nice thing is you'll get it and then you will bring it in. So at an angle, and let's see, there it is, there, and it locks in really nice. So that's how this part goes in. What I'm going to do though is I want to show you guys something. A lot of times people get ahead of themselves, and let's say you decide you're going to start in the middle of the room for some reason, now that you've got this down and you're like, hey, there's a cabinet there. Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to start installing from this direction. And so you grab, let's say, a tile and I'm going to show you guys how this part goes in. So you might be thinking like, oh, well, I got to lock into 2 tiles at once. And so what you do, you can either do it this way or you can do it this way. But the important thing is you angle up and you have the ability to slide into place. And so what you'll do is do that. So whether you're coming in like this, or you're coming in like using this side or this side, doesn't matter. However, what I wanted to bring attention to was the fact that if you start install in a certain direction, don't know which, how you're laying out your tile, but if you run into a pocket like this, you don't want to do that for this reason. I'm going to use this one just to, if you see, I can angle it into this one, And I could maybe even angle into this one, but I wouldn't be able to do so because the locking mechanism is on top. Now you could say, hey, Roberto, what if you just lifted everything and got everything to be on top of it? Well, now you're into a situation. It's like, it just doesn't work that way. So what you need to do, I'm gonna take this one out, and I'm gonna show you guys how to take them out. You just gotta be careful so you don't bust the locking mechanism. There we go. All right. So what I'm gonna do is, once you have a bigger amount of tile installed, and maybe if I got time, I'll do it, but I mean, I don't think it's necessary because now I've shown you how to identify that issue before it becomes an issue. You'll slide into place. All right, awesome. And then here, what you're gonna do is, I believe this one goes in like, is it like this? You'll have to cut that out, right? Give me one second, I'm trying to remember how I did this one. I believe this one's goes like this. Yeah. So anyway, what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna install this one, make sure this one's nice and square. All right, now you're gonna run into this situation instead, which isn't bad. What you're gonna do is slide into one width side, and you're gonna then push on the product like this. Matthew, you wanna show the little arc we're getting? And it's gonna slide in there. Now what you can do is, with one hand, you lift this one up. Don't, be careful with your locking mechanism. Just slide it in to place. And if you wanna use your tapping block, you can grab a tapping block. I think I said I had one around here.
Here you are.
Oh, wow, thank you. Like I said, being careful with your stuff. You don't want to hit the locking mechanism. And that's basically how you get this stuff to go into place. You want to make sure that if you are going to slide in between, well, in this case, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 different tiles instead of doing 1, 2, 3 different tiles. You want to be able to slide so you have that flexibility so you can flex the material. The next thing we're going to cover is, like, if I want to make that cut right there, how I would go about it. One of the things you guys will run into sometimes is, whether you're square with your walls or you're at an angle with your walls, is you're still gonna have to make a few angled cuts. So, I can't possibly go over every single type of cut you'll run into, but this is kind of what I do to make things easier on myself. What I like to do is, I'll go in here. I can already kind of tell that it's gonna be longer than 24 inches on this side, but if you're not used to this, here's a way of being able to tell. You're gonna go in here, and you're gonna be able to tell. I like getting squared up with this line, and if you can move over here, Matthew, this line is squared up with this line, so I just kind of like do this, and just make sure my tape measure is squared up with the edge of this right here. And what I do is just do that. And Matthew, if you can show them, it's at that 28 inch mark. So this side's gonna be longer than the tile. So we're not gonna go to the very square corner of the tile. We're gonna be somewhere like right around here. So what I'm gonna do, to make it easier for myself to find out exactly how far we need to go there, is I'm just gonna grab like a scrap piece of tile, or a full tile, whatever you guys want. And I'm just gonna grab this, put this here, and if I put it right here to the edge, it should be around 24, because they're not perfectly 24 inches, but as you can tell right there, it's pretty dang close. So anyway, what I do is, now I get squared up with this side, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. You guys won't be able to see the measurement, but I'll be able to go inside, and just until I tap in there, because I don't want to go too far, because you see it bends the tape. So right there, it says that it's going to be 3 5/8. Yeah, 3 5/8. All right, so I'm going to grab a piece of tile, a brand new one, and what we're going to do is just remember that this is the side you need, because you need to fill in most of this spot right here. So you know, you don't want to cut like this. You want to cut from here up, measure from here up. So 3 5/8 will be right here. All right, we're gonna measure this other side. This side's obviously not gonna be a full 24. And what you can do on this one is you can just get square with this line, use it to, you know, just make sure you're going straight. All right, we just bumped into that. It says we're at 14 3/8. So you could be at 14 1/4. I would say 14 3/16 would be safe. 14 3/16, 14 1/4 should be safe. It just depends on the type of trim you're gonna be using. If you got a little space to tuck it in underneath the cabinets, because sometimes the cabinets do have a little bit of a gap, but 14 1/8, just to technically be within spec. 14 1/8, it's gonna be right here. And like I said, I can't reiterate this enough. When I first started, I didn't pay attention which side I was cutting, and so sometimes I'd be cutting over here instead of like over here. So a lot of times it's not as confusing though as with the regular click plank, because sometimes you have it, you get the cut right, but you cut the wrong side. This one, any side works, but you just gotta make sure that you know you're cutting, you got your measurements right. So I don't have a straight edge on me because those are in the field as well. So what I did was I just cut the locking mechanism off one of the planks, because it has to be straight to be able to do this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line it up with the measurement I made on this side and on this side. So I just wanna be able to just get just enough to where I'll be able to do that. See, and then over here, just enough to do that. And we're good. All right, great. Okay, and we'll do is just, I like to score at the first one. I don't try to go for a cut. And of course, you're not gonna be cutting on top of your flooring because you know you could damage your floor. I would recommend having a piece of cardwood, piece of plywood, or the back of one of these planks, just so that if you do this, you don't cut your plank on the bottom. So what I'm gonna do is, you see, let's see, where's that? Oh, I don't have my glasses on today, guys, so I forgot that I'm not doing that. That's not the one I need to cut. That's how easy it is. All right, now the moment of truth, did we get this right? There's a very strong possibility we did not, and we'll have to reshoot because it's been a while since I was in the field. Oh God, it's gonna be close. And anyway, as you can tell here, you got your gap here so that you can cover it with your quarter round. So you got an expansion joint there, going all around there. So hope this video was informative for you guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot us a message. And yeah, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. But we'll probably mention this because this is probably gonna be part of a bigger video, right? Till next time. Before we show the final before and after pictures of this project, we also want to show the neat floor vents we used, known as Aria Vents. We actually found it rewardingly challenging to cut around the vents and keep the pattern running through the vent itself. And we're really happy how they turned out. And then, you know, and finally, here's the finished result. Hey guys, thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you guys want links for the project products or like the vent, the flooring, check out the links below, as well as installation instructions. And once again, thanks for watching. Until next time.